What is up, peeps? This is ForTheWin TCG, and I'd like to welcome you back to another YouTube video. And today we are playing a rogue deck that incorporates Lost Thunder. This is a deck that I think is potentially viable considering the new cards that we have from Lost Thunder. There was a fellow subscriber who did actually mention using a certain item card in the Pumpkin Bomb deck. I did a stream on Halloween using this particular deck, and I believe the comment in the stream was saying use Adventure Bag. Adventure Bag would be good, and Adventure Bag is great for this because Adventure Bag allows you to search your deck for 2 tool cards and put them into your hand. So it works very well with the Pumpkin Bomb attack, where you have to discard as many tool cards as you want in play, in your side of the field of course, and you do 40 damage for each tool card discarded. So it's a pretty nifty little attack. Now it does cost a DCE, which means we of course do play the likes of DCE, but that is all we play. And the reason why we only play 4 DCE in a very risky format with no special energy recovery is because we are incorporating Rotom into this deck too. We have 2 Rotoms. I would do some more, but deck space is really thin with the likes of Zip Striker and stuff like that. So we do just have the 2 Rotoms. And as you can see here, these are 2 120 Rotoms because they hit some good numbers. Now we are just going to get, I mean, we can just get 3 Pumpkaboo. Why not? Just get them all out with the lecture. Bench them. I'll say bench. Yeah, bench them all. And then next turn, we're looking at pretty good. Looking like we're going to be a pretty good spot. I mean, we can evolve the Gourgeist, evolve the Zep Striker, go for the Escape Rope, and then Cynthia. Seems like a pretty good play there. So, as long as this Ditto doesn't get knocked out, which is quite likely, if they maybe, you know, DCE Kukui, which could be possible depending what we're up against. Looks like we're up against Zoroark, which is a real tough matchup for this deck because we are weak to Dark. And that's very problematic because all they need is 2 bench Pokemon and a Zoroark has got us. So it's quite a tough scenario. We're going to evolve the damaged one just to stop a potential snipe. And yeah, let's evolve into the Zeb Striker here from the Ditto so we don't have to worry too much there. We are going to go for the Escape Rope. We want to get some early knockouts in just to slow them down because Zoroark is, of course, a very quick deck. And we could Ultra Ball, but that seems super sketchy. So we're going to go for the Cynthia and see what we pull here. So we got, this is a bit rough. This is indeed a bit rough, but we've got another Gourgeist. We've got a Spell Tag, which would be great actually in this matchup, being able to do some poke damage there. And we're going to grab another Spell Tag and I think a Choice Ban. Yeah, Choice Ban. I was thinking Dashing Pouch in case the Zeb Striker gets stuck in the active and we need to attach DCE to retreat. Now, the Shrine is good. Yeah, the Shrine is good. Now, you're probably thinking, why are you playing Lele and Shrine in the same deck? That's a bad idea. But it's more optional. So it's like, if we have to play the Lele, hopefully the Shrine isn't out. We have to consider that if that's the case. But we only play 2 Shrines. So this isn't a Shrine deck. There's just play Shrine in case we come up against a GX and it helps like that. And then we'll just opt into not playing our Leles as a result. Oh, we could go for something. Energy Lotto, please. Yes. So we got the Energy Lotto here. That's absolutely wonderful. Now, what we can do is discard. I think we need to discard 2. I think just 2. That's 80 damage minus the resistance. Oh, it's 90 with 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Dashing Pouch and discard. Oh, let's increase the odds of actually top decking a supporter here by power padding the Sightseer and the Cynthia. And I think we just go for the Pumpkin Bomb and discard the Choice Band and Dashing Pouch. Spell Tag is a really, really good tool card, especially in this matchup. As I said, it allows us to do the extra damage where we need to. Now, in this matchup, I think what would be a good consideration, I didn't put it in this list, but thinking about it now, what would be a really good shout is playing that Larvitar, the new Larvitar from Lost Thunder that does, I believe it's 80 damage if they have 3 or more damage counters on them. I believe. I could be wrong. But being able to do that is really good, considering that if you use the likes of Spell Tag, you put 4 damage on them, you hit him for weakness, I think that's 160, that's 200. If you have a Shrine, that's 210. Choice Band makes it a lot easier, of course. So there's definitely a counter to Zoroark there with that Larvitar in this list, if you do want to put it in. And I might do that myself. Again, deck space is quite thin, it's quite tight, sorry, so I have to really consider that. Also, a quick note here whilst they set up. Oh, wow. This is quite interesting. Greninja Zoroark. I ain't seen Greninja in a very, very long time. in a very long time. So they're doing their work. They're just spreading. So the real enemy of this deck is the Greninja and not the Zoroark. That's quite interesting. Now, the DCE is great. We can attach that to that. We can go for the spell tag here, which is good news. And, oh, we just got a lot of stuff rolling here. Now, this is pretty interesting. Let's drop the choice band. I really don't want to use Zebstrika right now because that DCE is hella valuable. Now, this could be greedy, but I'm thinking Ultra Balling the Ultra Ball and the Sightseer, or Ultra Ball that and the Rescue Stretch. Just to get another Gourgeist out. That seems okay. Greedy, but we need to be pacey because this deck is pretty fast and we need to make sure we keep up. And just hold it there. Go for the Pumpkin Bomb, and this is weak to Psychic, so we have to discard 2, I'm afraid. It's just a bit awkward. If we discard 1, we only do 50 damage. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of you, and you're going to be in the active soon. So we'll get rid of you and you to knock out this Latios. I believe we're hitting 200 damage there. Oh, 180. I can't do maths. I don't know why that wasn't 200. It's 10 plus 40, right? And we did... Oh, yeah, 80. Yeah, sorry. It's all making sense. I thought we were doing the 50 damage. I don't know why I thought I was doing 100 damage there. That's just my terrible maths. The Zebstrika may potentially go down soon, which is quite tough. Now, is there a 60 HP Froakie? I don't know. So, playing the 50 HP seems okay with the likes of Lecture. Lecture is really good. And I would definitely say play the 50 HP Froakie if you're going for the Lecture. Because, but to be fair, Lecture is way better than Pokemon Fan Club in the likes of this deck. Right, so here comes the tough part. We're going to go straight for the Zoroark, and Shrine is going to start poking as well. So we are slowly lowering the HP there of the Zoroark. So we seem to be managing it appropriately, to say the least. We will bench the Pumpkaboo, attach the DCE to this Gourgeist, and then go for a Sightseer. Adventure Bag is exactly what we needed right now. Thank you so much for that, Pokemon. I appreciate that. We'll just throw... Actually, no, we'll go Dashing Pouch. I'd rather get rid of the Dashing Pouches and you save the choice bands for the Rotoms later on. I think that'd be the ideal play. And then go for a Sightseer. See if we pull any more tool cards. We do pull another Dashing Pouch, which is really good. We could Ultra Ball for the likes of Rotom. What's our tool cards looking like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think getting a Rotom out would be dope. But all these cards, the only card I would like to discard is Lecture. I would like to keep the Gourgeist and the Sightseer, so I don't think I'm going to do that. How much damage are we hitting here? 4, 8, we're 12. So yeah, so we're hitting 160, right? 170. Resistance is 150, which is just about a knockout if I'm correct. So let's just go for it. All out. Pumpkin Bomb. Explode that Zoroark, please. And just get him out of my way. Wonderful. So that's worked out very well. There we go. 2 prizes. So you can see this deck is somewhat considerable to play. I wouldn't go taking it to a tournament. No way. If you want to do something like that, stick with a deck that's proven and true. Obviously, if you want to win a league or a regional, yeah, go stick with the proven stuff. But if you want to make a crazy meta call, you never know. You might want to take this and you never know where you go. However, I wouldn't call it anywhere near tier 1. It's just a fun little rogue deck. And that's the whole point of this channel, making fun decks. It's not about making the best, it's about making the most fun deck. That's the way I would describe it. And I'm really enjoying this deck a lot. So they've actually had to end their turn. We have our Rotoms activated, so we can actually just grab a Rotom and Guzma something up. I think Guzmaing up that would be a really good shout. So if we just in case we need to attack in the future, we'll drop a Dashing Pouch here, we'll evolve this, and we'll attach a DCE. Because we can, and we'll Ultra Ball for a Rotom. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use our Zebstrika. See, this is why I included the Lightning one just for Zoroark, because I knew we would have problems there. We can't use Zebstrika because it's bugged, unfortunately, so we just have to have an empty hand for this turn, unfortunately. So let's go for that Plasma Slice, which is really dope. 120 damage for free. Yes, please. Shrine of Punishment there. Kind of a dead card. We can just use Zebstrika and get rid of that. So we are just absolutely stomping. And to be fair, this is not just my deck doing good. Greninja does tend to be a bit clunky. It tends to just have too much going on. it just doesn't work. I don't know why. I thought Greninja would be pretty good in this format, considering the likes of Parallel City going away and stuff like that. It just seems really cool and really interesting. But for some reason, the deck just dead draws a crap ton. It dead draws a lot, unfortunately. But nonetheless, I am not complaining. We are absolutely soaring away. We've managed to take down a Zoroark with a Gourgeist, which is something I thought wouldn't happen. And that's primarily thanks to the spell tag. If the spell tag didn't do its thing, we would have been 40 damage short, and we would have hit it for 190 instead of 220. Or if you include the Shrine, I guess we would have hit it for 200, which still would have been 10 damage off, or a damage counter off. So the spell tag doing its thing, which is quite awesome. Now, knocking out the Zeb Striker. Oh, they're not going to knock it out because they can't. That's the doy. We're actually going to... Yeah, we're going to go for the Shrine, and we're just going to go for Zeb Striker here. Get rid of that Nest Ball. We're going to go for the Sprint. Hopefully draw a Guzma. Do we? We do. Just fantastic. So we are going to go... Yeah, we're going to go in with good old Rotom. Now, Ultra Balling doesn't seem good, considering we want the Lily. We want to be able to draw. Okay. Pause. Yes. I do see that throw key on the far right-hand side of the screen that I could just Guzma out and knock out with my Rotom. Do I see it in the game? You're about to find out. Although we have Zeb Striker now, I would rather just make sure we have consistency at the priority here. Or as the priority, should I say. Well played, thank you very much. I'll give you a heart. This deck is so fun. It's really fun and entertaining. Now, why is he pulling that face? Have I made a misplay? Is that maybe why he said well played? Because I made a misplay. Yes, I know he's taking out the Zeb Striker. Oh, he's not taking out the Zeb Striker. Oh, the Ace of Roller play. That's what he's done. Intelligent. Actually quite intelligent. Now, he's actually... Oh my god, I misplayed. I misplayed, guys! Oh no! I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. They quit anyway. I get so caught up in the commentary that I actually forget the simplest stuff. I know. I'm using my noggin now. I could have just Guzman up one of the Frogadiers. Let me show you the list, and I think I'm going to go to bed probably. I think it's time to sleep. Oh, good lord. This is why I would probably never go to a league tournament. This is the list. Do try it out for yourself. Don't make a misplay as bad as I just did there. Please do not go down that road. It's super fun. Ditto Prism Star is really good in this list. Just adds a bit extra consistency. Allows you to get your Zeb Striker out if you need it. Lele optional. But I like putting Lele just in case you need like a route just to get out of your tough position, which if you didn't play Lele would definitely happen. We of course play 4 Sightseer. We only played 2 Cynthia. Now I think most decks play 4, but the reason why I'm playing 2 Cynthia and we're relying more on Sightseer is to discard those tool cards. So if we're not attaching them, we are going to be discarding them to make sure we can speed up our Rotoms just in case we're not hitting those DCEs. So that's something that I kind of like. It's just a little, fun decision on my end. Cynthia may be better. It may be better to do 3 Cynthia, 3 Sightseer. That's definitely up to you. That's just a personal decision on how I play the deck. But nonetheless, let me know if you did try it out, and a real good shout to the individual that did. I have forgotten your name, but I will leave a comment of yours on the screen now saying that this would go very well with it. Pretty good shout that actually. It works very well with the deck. It seems like it was made for Pumpkin Bomb. But other than that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Do leave a like if you did enjoy it, and of course subscribe for more content, rogue decks, whatever. Leave your suggestions if you want me to play any other decks, and I'll look into it. But other than that, peace.